Great to see everybody here. Thank you for joining us this evening. I want to extend a special welcome to Peter Croit, who was chair of the board that appointed me in 2012.
Yes.
And also to our former president, Dr. Fred Lowy. Thank you for being here with us. And there are many members, former members of the board, current members of the board, members of my team who are here with us this evening as well. Thank you for being with us. So we had quite a September. We had just shy of 9,000 new students choose Concordia and start their educations this September. It is a record for the university. It's probably a record for Quebec, but it's certainly a record for Concordia, no question about it. 9,000 new students, it's a big number. And they joined and made a community of more than 46,000 students at the university today. So for those of you who may be graduates of Concordia from a very long time ago, it's quite an extraordinary place today. It's big, and yet it continues to have a small world feel about it, in the sense of students find their way, they make communities of friends, they feel very engaged by their institution, and we get great students. We get absolutely great students. I know this because for the first time since I've been at Concordia, I'm teaching this fall, and that's been an incredible pleasure. It has meant some early morning class prep, like about 5 o'clock, but it's been fantastic. We've just been on the road, Bram Friedman and I, talking to our donors up and down the east and west coast. And I was thinking as I was coming here tonight, first we had Brexit, then we had the Cubs defeat the Indians. Bad news if you have family in Cleveland. And I'm worrying now about next Tuesday. While we were in the United States, we had the occasion to visit some of our graduates who are leaders at Facebook. One of them is one of the 4 engineering directors of Facebook. And then we were at Google's headquarters, at the secondary headquarters on the campus of MIT, where we met somebody who's leading the Google travel division. Anytime you're looking for something to go somewhere and you do Google, you can think that's a Concordia grad running that operation. And the news from both of those high energy places, from the Valley on the one hand and Boston, MIT on the other, was about what's now being called the 4th Industrial Revolution. And we're trying to make sure that we get our students ready for this so that we can put them at the forefront of what's going to happen next. It's not exactly clear what's going to happen next, is it? Not only on Tuesday, but in all the days to come. On the one hand, the 2nd Industrial Revolution is the 19th century, and it's the one with the steam engines and all of that. The third one was probably computers, post-war, the technology speeding up. And now we're having intense technology speeding up, and you're seeing a fusion of like biology and engineering and plastics and who knows what else. Right? Time and space getting incredibly fast. And we all feel it, like you probably have your cell phones in your pocket right now, and the emails are racking up and the text messages. So the change is accelerating, the world's accelerating, and our students, they feel it. They feel it very deeply. They're not quite sure what to make of it, and I'm not sure we are either, but they're very, very acutely conscious that the world is changing and that the prosperity of Canada, prosperity of Quebec, their own personal prosperity is also at stake. So it's a really extraordinary time to be leading a university in a period of really radical change. In the middle of all that, we've been trying to figure out where's Concordia going next, and we ran a strategic planning process last year. It came up with 9 strategic directions, kind of a framework, if you will, for thinking about how do you revamp the curriculum? How do you figure out what kind of intellectual clusters you're going to have? What kind of new programs are you going to launch? How are you going to make sure you give these students and the ones coming after them a great education that gets them ready for a world that looks far less certain than the world that many of us entered when we finished our degrees? I won't tell you all 9 directions, I'll spare you, but I'll tell you 3 of them. The first one was called Double Our Research. And this is important because universities gain credibility, reputation, cutting-edge work by investing in research, and ultimately investing in research is investing in people. Many of the research dollars that we bring in go directly to graduate students or postdoctoral students to help support their work, their educations, and the work of our faculty. And we just got in numbers about what is our research dollars coming in the last year, up 10%. More than $50 million. This is in 1 year leap, 10% is a major step forward. So I'm really, and in an era when the money has been shrinking, not growing, so We're very proud of that. Two more. One was called Get Your Hands Dirty. And for those of you who are proud Concordia alumni, you'll remember the real education for the real world. It still works. This is what students want. Yes, they want the theory. They want the ideas. They also want to practice the ideas. They want to make things, build things, do things. And this is fundamental to where we've been and also to where we're going. There are many ways in which we're doing it. We have robust co-op programs. We have programs for students who are sort of in course. And we also have a program called District 3, which is the leader of it is Xavier Hervé, who's a graduate of Concordia, right there at that table. This is a space where if you have an idea for a product, a service, a company, you can show up there, you can get assistance, guidance, you can get coaching, a business plan, intellectual property, help you find customers, help you think about how to make a company. We've had many companies come out. We have more than 200 students. One of the things I'm most proud of is that it's secular in the sense that you don't have to be a Concordia student to be there. You can be from UDM, or you can be from McGill, you can be from ETS, from wherever. And it's a gathering place for people who are making new ideas and making ultimately new prosperity for us all. The final one is called Take Pride, and Norm, I think, already mentioned it. I think Jonathan mentioned it. I've been really struck by how far the institution can go when people stand up straight and say, I'm a Concordia graduate and I'm really proud of it. I got a great education and I'm really proud of it. That's important. I won't bore you with the rankings stuff. Our rankings news is in general very good this year. Rankings always go a little bit up and down, but what I will say is that we have incredible momentum. That momentum is the result of people, the result of ideas, the result of incredibly beautiful facilities that the university has, and it's the result of philanthropists like you who help invest in the future by investing in our students. I like to say that governments will give you enough money to be good in Canada. They will not give you enough money to be great. There's a difference. And that difference, that gap, is closed by philanthropy. So we have a shared mission, which is to make the world a better place, to give our students a great education, to help them in a fundamental transformation as they get ready for their careers and lives after university. I'm blessed to work with a great team. I want to say thank you for helping us build a better Concordia, a stronger Concordia, one that you're proud of, one that's doing very well, that's gained immense respect and pride of place, and is doing very, very well for the future. Thank you so much.